what a presence Lex Luger is.
I think he's going to be the one I get the most joy from throughout this whole podcast.
Yeah, should we drop our Lex Luger story?
Oh God, yes, we should.
Okay. So, Lee and I went to World Tag League, WXW World Tag League this year with our friend Johnny, and we were traveling. So to get from Dusseldorf Airport out to Oberhausen, you have to get a couple of connecting trains. And one thing I've experienced going to Dusseldorf is that people at the ticket machines for the train are extremely rude. Because they are in a hurry to get there, and they don't care that you don't speak German and don't understand where you're going. They need to get their ticket, and you need to get the fuck out of their way. So this guy comes up to me, and I had a kind of a scare maybe a year previously in Berlin, where I thought that my girlfriend was either going to get abducted or at the very least robbed. So I'm incredibly sketchy in these kind of situations. And a guy comes up and he's just like, I will get us a group ticket. It will be quicker. Are you going to where are you going? We said Oberhausen. He goes, I'm going to Oberhausen too. I'll get the ticket. You give me the money. And I was already very wary about this. And kind of, he wouldn't let me touch the machine or handle the money. And he kind of just like almost snatched the money off us. And I was like, well, this is it. He's just going to take our money and he's going to run away. So he took the ticket, we went down, and I kind of gave you two the eyes, and I was like, we need to watch out for this fucker.
Stay close.
And and the two obviously not quite reading the signals I had. I was kind of trying to suggest, I was like, we'll kind of sit around him so he doesn't run away. So I said, right, I'll go in front and I'll sit with him behind me. I do that, I sit on the train, he's sitting in the seat behind me. I turn around and here's Lee and Johnny, the other two, fucking across the aisle, nowhere near him, just fucking looking at me, looking back at them. I'm like, right, okay, so I'm gonna get my throat slit, and the two of them aren't even within 10 feet of me to stop it from happening. Great. So and I promise this is getting back to wrestling eventually. So we get to the connecting train, and we're on the we're waiting on the platform for the connecting train. And we have there's a weird moment with him, like, because again we think, at best he's going to rob us, at worst he's going to murder us. And there's two moments at the platform. One where he goes, "Are you English?" and we said Irish, and he goes, "Aha, drink, drink, drink," and shakes this little. Remember this, the little Fanta bottle that had like a liquid that definitely wasn't Fanta in it.
Yeah.
And this was what time in the morning would you say this was?
Oh God, our flight was like 6 a.m, so it was like maximum 10.
So this guy is drinking presumably like whiskey or scotch or something out of a Fanta bottle at a train station during commuting time in the morning in Germany. So there's that moment, and then he goes, I'm going to go get a coffee, and then he starts power walking away from us, and I kind of eye the two of ye, and I'm like,
let's follow.
Fuck off. Come on, let's go. So I started like taking off after him, and I must have looked like a fucking crazy person. I'm just trying to like do that thing where I'm walking quickly so that he doesn't get away from me, but I'm trying to not make it look like I'm pursuing him, because in case he wants to murder me, I don't want to anger the murderer.
And we should say he wasn't exactly the most talkative person.
No, he was kind of just sitting looking at us, which unnerved me even more. And then we get on the connecting train, and we're all kind of bunched up together, and it's really weird, and it's really quiet. And eventually he asks us why we're in Germany, and we're kind of so nervous, we just blurt out, oh, we're here for the wrestling. And he's like, what? And it was at that point that Johnny realised that he doesn't understand wrestling, so he used the two phrases that you would identify with wrestling in Germany, being Ringkampf and Catch. Catch is the one that he eventually recognised, because as soon as he said, we're here for the catch, he looks at us with a knowing glance and says, ah, Lex Luger.
It still kills me.
In the vast galaxy of names, you would think maybe Hollywood star Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson, you might think Hulk Hogan, Stone Cold Steve Austin. These are the names that the average man on the street knows from the wrestling. No, Lex Luger is number one in terms of professional wrestlers in this man's head. And then in fairness, he did say Sting afterwards, so it was clear that, he was into a very particular period of WCW. He might enjoy this podcast, actually.
I hope he's not listening.
He's just sitting there drinking his whiskey in the morning at a train station going, that's funny, I was going to murder them.
But, you know, they're Lex Luger fans, I know I can't.
How could I ever take a knife to somebody who enjoys the work of the Total Package?